situation go on in your life that you wish it wasn't the way it was, you fight against it. I mean, the initial instinct is to push back and to rebel against the situation. For instance, when my son was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, I fought back in prayer, and I fought back kind of in the way of denying it, not believing it to be true. I mean, I knew it was true, but I just felt so strongly that God would heal him that I didn't choose to do anything about it at the time. I chose to just keep believing and praying that God would make him better, because I would go to all these therapy sessions, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, multiple appointments a week, and nothing would improve. He wasn't getting better. So I went through a phase where I just kept believing he would be healed, and he wasn't. And he still hasn't been so far. I feel like we get like that in life sometimes, where we're so angry at something that's going on in our life or something that happened to us that we don't acknowledge it. We don't do anything about it because we're so shocked. It's so unbelievable. Or we don't know what to do. So as I was looking at that video that I just showed you, I was thinking, that's not complete. That doesn't really give anybody an answer. I just left it like, sometimes you don't know what to do. And a while has passed since I shot that, and I feel like I've gotten more clarity on that topic. So I just wanted to add that on. So when something happens that you're totally in shock of and you don't know what to do and you're fighting back, when you fight back against it, you're stopping anything good from happening. You're stopping the good from being able to come in because you're not embracing what is so. So my son had a diagnosis. And yes, it's good to fight through prayer, like I mentioned. But if you don't embrace what you've been told and you fight against it in the way of trying to kind of pretend it's not there, pretend it's not happening, pretend that it's just going to go away on its own and you don't need to do anything about it. By doing that, you are not embracing solutions. You're not embracing getting help. Later, after my son was diagnosed, long after he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, we got another several diagnoses, but let's just talk about the autism. I didn't do anything about it. I didn't do anything about the ADHD, and I thought I could manage it on my own. I thought with the right amount of discipline and therapy, everything was going to be fine. But when something happens like this, and the things that you try are not working, you have to do a shift. You have to do some kind of a pivot that will make a difference. So instead of sticking my head in the sand, saying everything's going to be fine, God's going to heal him, yes, God may heal him, or he may choose to wait till he gets to heaven. So by not wanting to deal with it and just thinking everything's going to be fine, I'm just going to be able to manage it, I'm not giving my son the best that I could give him, because with the ADHD, for instance, he might not be able to think clearly or to be able to focus on his schoolwork unless he has some kind of a medicine. And so long I was against him having any medicines. For so long, I didn't want him to do that because of the side effects. Now, at the time, he was severely underweight, like 20 pounds underweight. And I had done my research on the medicine they wanted to give him for ADHD. And it said it causes you not to have an appetite. So no way I'm going to give this already too skinny kid a medicine that's going to make him not have an appetite. I was in the moment doing the right thing at the time. Now he's gotten bigger, he's gained some weight, and I've had to go back down the road and consider giving him medication to manage him being able to focus and to calm down the anxiety, the tantrums, all the stuff that kind of goes with the autism and the ADHD, just to give him the best chance possible. So sometimes we have to shift. I'm telling you this, sometimes you have to do something that wasn't initially right for you or you didn't think was right for you, not keep your head buried in the sand, and you just have to face. You may not like what someone has told you, you may not like the situation you're in, you may not like the card you've been dealt, but how can you play your hand to the best of your ability? How can you play your hand to win, even if it's not something you wanted to do or that you thought was best? There comes a time where you have to step back, reassess, and shift and move to do what is right now. So you may have made the right decision of what was right then, but now it's a new time. Now it's a new day. Now we handle it differently if what we tried before didn't work. So rather than leaving you with, sometimes you just don't know what to do, let's try to find new solutions. Let's try to move forward, and let's do things differently if what we were doing before didn't work. I hope that brought some clarity to that. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me. Live true, love hard, shine bright.